Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
We are back up in this mother sucker. Let me get my shades on, my hater blockers. I'm gonna need them today. All right. And we are back. I hope you guys had a well and productive day. My Bengals definitely didn't. Ooh, that beatdown was massive. It was massive. It looked a little something like this. Hold on. This is what the Bengals look like today. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. They caught a massive beatdown. But what's going on with everybody? Hopefully you guys had a well and productive day. We back up in this mug. We are at night, day 21. Woo!
Can't stop. Won't stop.
All right, we had night day, almost 3 weeks in the books, man. 3 weeks in the book. How you guys living? How you seeing? How you observing? How you reporting? All the glory to the Most High. And thanks for being here with me. I definitely did some street interviews. Again, had my times off a little bit. I got to give myself the buzzer. Hold on. And again, I'm still new to all this. Streaming in the studio is much easier than streaming on the street live. There's really no script for that. You could try to keep some things in place, but I guess I went to a church to try to fellowship with some people as they were leaving the church. I don't want to fellowship with them when they're going into the church. I want to catch them on their way out, fellowship, see what the gospel is for the day, and see if we can't talk about the gospel of mama's love that's rooted in the spirit of anger and overcoming that. But I did get some good interviews. I'll cut those up throughout the week and post them in small snippets. But it's very interesting. And I got some good intel as far as what I might need to do moving forward. But welcome. And then I want to get right to something here. Bear with me for one quick second. I just got to answer a message really quick. All right, cool. But yeah, I gotta hit this right off the rip because there is a Mitch alert. I made a video where you never ever ride on a woman's side of the car, not unless it's some insinuating circumstances. You broke both of your legs, you had major surgery, and the Mitches was Mitching out. So let me hit this for the Mitches real quick. Yeah, the Mitches were Mitching out. Let me post this comment of this Mitch that jumped up in my comments. Hopefully, you guys can see. Let me turn that down. A response. Of course, it's a faceless profile with no subscribers. Let me go ahead and hit this with the buzzer. So a faceless profile with no subscribers says liquid_platinum. And I guarantee it's either, and it could be a bot. So, you don't want to give this a whole lot of energy. It could be a young niggy with nothing better to do from his mama's basement. He said, bro, my coworker said you insecure as AF, laughing emoji, skull emoji. And I responded and said, no profile picture and telling me what another man said about you, but I'm insecure. Big facts. But I got to hit the horn again. We had a Mitch in the comments. Yeah, so these are the type of dudes out here in the world, man. I don't see why Coach calls himself the Mitch Slapper. They deserve it. They deserve to get, because this is the type of stuff that they subscribe to. And to this dude, this is exactly why you're being priced out. This is exactly why nobody cares about you, because this is your sentiment. Someone of my caliber tries to give you some good information that can help you, and this is your response to it. It's absolutely pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. But who knows? It could be a bot just trolling me at the end of the day. So what we need to do is that people need to put profiles on their pictures, and they also need to denounce this type of rhetoric, so that way you can separate yourself from the rest. But yeah, I definitely had a Mitch in my comments that I had to deal with. And shout out to that Mitch if you real. Shout out to that bot if that was a bot. But who cares? But yeah, that's some wild stuff, man. That's some wild stuff. And I see these type of dudes when I'm watching Coach Greg Adams. Shout out to the coach. Shout out to the coach tribe. I see these type of dudes in his comments as well too. But it's not real until it's you. So shout out to that Mitch. All right, back to our regular scheduled programming. Be still and know that I am God. I am a voiceless voice from within. That's what it's really about. It's being in tune with that voiceless voice from within. And the only way you could do that is to be still and be silent. So that way the creator, we got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And that's for us to listen, for us to observe the creator, not for us to just keep praying. We don't even know what to pray for. Like, do you know what to pray for? I hear people say all the time they know what to pray for. We don't know what to pray for. So again, we got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. It's because we're supposed to observe. We're supposed to listen to the creator. Listen, be quiet, be still. My children know me by my voice. I am a voiceless voice from within. That's exactly what the energy strengthening is, aka the silent prayer. So be still and know that I am God. So when you're in that awareness, when you're in that present moment, then you are going to absolutely know that you're with the presence of God, because God doesn't get into all that wordy stuff. It's in the present moment. All right. So I just wanted to share that. Again, I'll chop up those street interviews that I did today at the church, live out here in these. With me in these streets. Had a good time. It was very interesting. I had to use the selfie stick. My DJ cameraman wasn't available today, so that kind of threw me off as well too. Hopefully my DJ cameraman is back next week.
My nigga.
But my show is always an open mic. I do have something prepared. I'm gonna try to go live. I'm gonna try something out next week. I'm gonna pick a day to go live, and it's gonna be formatted content. So I will have and it's gonna be like a lighter show. It'll be something a little bit funnier. So look forward to that. Definitely check out my shorts. Definitely, check out the energy strengthening I've been doing all this month. I call it monk mode. So we're refraining away from wine, cigarettes, beer, getting buns, all that type of stuff. And hopefully you guys been going on this journey with me. But if not, I appreciate you even just tuning in. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And actually, I haven't done this in a while. Let me give myself a shameless plug. Share, subscribe, and like, but most importantly, share. We got to spread the message. We got to overcome from within. Again, that's why I wear the mailman suit. I'm just here delivering that message. But all right, let's get into it. Let's get what we're here for. Let's do what we're here for. And that is to do the energy strengthening. Again, we are at day 21 night. We are here 3 weeks in. And if you watched my show before, you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get those timers set and let's get into it. And for anybody that doesn't understand what we're doing, go back and watch some of those other videos. But all right, and you always set it for a minute more than what you need. So I'm doing it for 15 minutes, showing and proving. I'm going to set it for 16 minutes, and then we're going to get into it. And I'm going to hit this light behind me. It'll be a salt lamp right here. It'll give me some light so that way you guys can still see me. And give me a quick second. We'll get right into it. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. My bad about that. You guys ready? You got those timers set? Let's get into it. Just my camera like so. This is how we do it. All right. Glasses off. Hands turned over. Tilt your head. Do a slight focus. Try to sit as still as possible and just breathe. Open your eyes very slowly. Very slowly. Get up very slowly. But nice, nice, nice. 3 weeks in the books. Three weeks in the books, my brothers and sisters. How you guys seeing out there? How you observing? That went pretty quick. All right. But I got to get over to Eminem. I appreciate you guys joining. I appreciate you guys completing. I just want to leave you with this quick reminder. Let me get this off. This timer off. I want to leave you guys with this quick reminder. There it is. Be still and know that I am God. Just remember that. That is how you get in tune with it. Again, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. But that's my time. If I stay any longer, I have to charge you. Peace.